Hi guys and girls, Rose Burnett here, Mind, Body, Soul Balance, and today we're talking about your animal spirit guides, how to find out what your animal spirit guide is. And big shout out to May who raised this question on my YouTube channel. So hi May. And in terms of your animal spirit guides, apart from your normal spirit guides, which can be angelic in form, you might also see them in physical form in terms of your visualizations. It can be relatives that have passed over, it can be archangels, it can be deep connection to all sorts of spirits in the spirit realm. Yeah, but we also have an animal spirit guide. Or guides, we can have a mix of both. We can have a central animal spirit guide that represents us in terms of can be with us for life, in terms of this lifetime. Often it has traveled with us through many, many past lives. Your animal spirit guide is not one you choose. It's always chosen for you previously, yeah? So you might have a deep resonance and connection with a specific animal. It can be an insect, a bird, a water creature of some sort, yeah? But you'll feel that resonance within self. There's all sorts of ways of figuring out what your animal spirit guide is. So every animal has a different energy and characteristics to it. It can be called your animal totem, your power animal. It can be just there to teach you a lesson or give you a message on your path at a certain time in your life where you might be going through problems, challenges. You might be at a major crossroads in your life. Often that animal spirit guide is referred to as your journey spirit guide. Yeah, it's going to help you on your journey. When you're at a crossroads, you need to make a major decision. It can just show up to reassure you and inspire you and provide you with comfort that spirit's with you and listening to you. Yeah, that often happens to me. Yeah. My animal spirit guide, the highest one, is the eagle. Shows up for me all the time. And if I'm going through something really challenging, absolutely there'll be an eagle that shows up for me. And not just one eagle, multiple eagles will show up for me in a space of maybe an hour. Yeah, or it could be during the whole day. I'll have eagle after eagle. Particularly if I'm out in nature or I'm traveling from one spot to another, eagles. And you can have one or many different animal spirit guides, as I mentioned, so they can show up for you in different times of your life. For me, like even in 2019, I had lots of dolphins show up for me towards the end of the year. Butterflies when going through new beginnings, transformations. Stingrays were showing up for me for quite some time, and they're energetically connected to you, to your energy. That you can literally draw them out of the water towards the shallows. Yeah, with your energy. I'm an energy healer, so it was no surprise I was drawing stingrays to me. Yeah, in terms of the energy work that I do, and it's really about that. What do you deeply connect with? It's also having that conscious awareness. So how do you find your animal spirit guide? It's about actually asking that of spirit, could you show me my animal spirit guide? Yeah. Whether it's in meditation, you can have your animal spirit guide come to you during dreams repetitively. They can cross your path. They might cross your path repetitively in a week or a day. Yeah. They're trying to give you a message or reassurance about your path. And in terms of finding out what each different type of animal means and represents, just Google it, right? There's so many blog posts out there in terms of, and there's so many animals that you could go through, right? I'm not going to go through one by one on here. So just go look up the meaning of your animal spirit guide. It can be part of your zodiac, what your birth sign is. It can be, the Chinese New Year symbols as well. In terms of that, you may have a deep resonance to that. It can be animals that you're fearful of. They can represent the shadow side of self, things you need to overcome to get onto your path, that you need to transform. Got a very noisy crow that's showing up right now. Ravens often mean magical side of life. It's super interesting. They irritate me a lot, I have to say. Not my favourite animal spirit guide. They can represent our own strengths, abilities, who we are or who we might become, our potential within self. So in terms of the types of animal spirit guides, if we put them into broad categories, so if your animal spirit guide is a land animal, walks on land, is on land, It often represents that connection to your physical side as well as your mental and emotion. So it's mostly about getting out of that emotional side and more into your rational side. It can be related to your intuition, very much about grounding your energy to Mother Earth. If they're a water animal, it can represent the subconscious side of self, the unconscious side. They can come to you in your dreams, yeah. Birds represent new transition, higher states of consciousness, and your higher knowledge and wisdom, yeah. Reptiles often represent change and adaptation, particularly to their surroundings, yeah. And insects are super interesting. I mean, butterflies represent transformation, yeah, new beginnings when they cross your path. It's also about detaching from issues when you see certain insects, yeah, being mindful of your surroundings, having patience. You know, I can share with you, I had this experience when this was last year, and I was going through a bit of poor health, right? But I was on the beach doing a walk, and I'd done the walk, I do a long walk, right, like 8.6 Ks. And I was on my way back, it was when I had pneumonia. And I was really struggling a bit, and I was feeling a little pity party a bit for myself, thinking, oh, I'm just not in a great state right now. I wish I could feel better, yeah? And as soon as I have those kind of thoughts, whatever, right, one day I had just dolphin after dolphin showing up for me. Spirit was trying to distract me, no end. Hilarious. Well, this day, there was a butterfly, and I saw it on the sand, and its wings were stuck together. It was right near the water break. And I was fascinated by it because I love butterflies, yeah? And I thought, well, it's dead, but I thought I'll pick it up and have a look at it. And I've picked it up, and its little legs started moving, and I went, well, you're not dead, you're alive, but your wings were shut flat together, so clearly could not fly anywhere. It was missing a little bit of an antenna and a little bit of a leg. But anyway, I'm also an energy healer, right? But I thought, oh, it just put me into nurturing mode, yeah? And it was just, I have to be honest with you, I think it was spirit just distracting me on that walk and into caring, nurturing mode. So I put this butterfly in, and it was really windy, right? So it's no wonder he ended up flat in the sand. So I put him within my hands, and I cupped him, and I was just putting my healing energy into him to dry him out. I'm ideally letting a bit of wind in there to dry his wings out. Yeah, they were so stuck together. And I got him to a point where his wings were dry now. I was able to separate them very gently, right? He had all these little shells and things stuck to him. So I was like very gently trying to get them off. And then he was kind of standing up more and getting a bit more life into him as we were walking along. The healing energy and heat that was going off in my hands was crazy, right? But it was also raising my vibration and my energy within self. And did about 3/4 of that walk, yeah, and I thought, well, he's actually looking pretty good now. I thought, I've got to find him a spot that's out of the wind so that he can fully recover. He's either going to die or he's going to get his life back here. So I found this little bush that was near a cave, and I put him on the other side of the wind and just popped him in the branches. And yeah, he was upright with his wings open, and I left him there. But it was really just that subliminal spirit watching over me, distracting me from my thoughts, yeah, helping lift my energy up to get to the end of that walk. And it was so beautiful, and I felt so blessed by the presence of that butterfly. Yeah, it had amazing, amazing energy. So you can have things like that happen, all these synchronicities with your animal spirit guides, yeah. You know, I'm in an area where there's a lot of eagles, and I'll often go on a nature walk, and sometimes I'll see none, and sometimes I'll see eagle after eagle, yeah. And, you know, recently I've had some encounters very closely with eagles where I've literally, because of my energy, I'm thinking, I wonder if I can draw them to me with my energy, yeah. And I've literally like stuck my hand up in the air with my palm out to see, one, they get really curious and come over, but just to see if my energy will attract them. And it has, and it's just been the most sublime experience, yeah. So yeah, so finding your animal spirit guide, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, because for me, they often represent, and I'm highly spiritual, connecting it into your spirituality is often for me, it's just about knowing spirit's with me when they show up, yeah, that reassurance that spirit's listening. It'll usually be at the exact moment that I'm manifesting and asking things or asking for help from spirit, an animal spirit guide will show up for me. It'll be different for each of you. It can be deeply comforting. It can also be a recognition that you're going through a certain phase of your life, particularly if it's big changes and transformations and new beginnings, yeah. So just ask for your spirit guide to be shown to you, and wait and see, and be mindful and present, and conscious of what's going on around you. Yeah, I hope that helps. Love to hear your feedback below. What is your animal spirit guide? If you already know, what does it represent? If you haven't met your animal spirit guide, that's fine. Pop that in there. I haven't met my animal spirit guide yet. Yeah, waiting to. That'll be good. I'll also link in the, there's a guided meditation playlist. So there's quite a few videos in there in terms of guided meditations. Not ones I've done personally, but I have gone through them all, right? Can highly recommend them on how to connect to your spirit guides, particularly those that are not animal spirit guides, but also the angelic ones, yeah, combination of both. And have a go at those, yeah, because they're deeply, deeply transformative in terms of connecting deeper into spirituality and the angelic realm. I will just say before I go, if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a couple of special offers going at the moment, so you can get $10 off any of my personal readings or the 2020 forecast, which is only available to the end of Jan. You can also get $20 off the Deep Karmic Healing Package, which is a 1-hour personal reading. They're all pre-recorded, right? You get a video link, which is a deeply healing one, as well as a 1-hour distance Reiki energy healing session. If you want to find out more about those, I'll pop. The links will show up on here in terms of coupon codes, yeah? Case sensitive, all you need to do is take it across the booking form, enter when prompted, you'll get your coupon code offer, yeah? Applicable to that package or reading. Everything else you need to know, I'll pop in the description box below. There's a video on that booking page that explains everything and more about it. Yeah, so go check it out if you want to work with me one-on-one. I hope that helped. Now, if you've got any other questions that you want answered in my inspirational videos, pop them in the comments box below when I'm out and about or I've got a bit of time. I'll record them for you and we'll pop them up here and yeah, we can have a meaningful chat. All right. Love you to bits. Have an awesome day. Thanks, May, for raising that question. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.